Thanks, race fans, for watching All Pro Broadcasting tonight. At Domino's TYJ Racing, Season 1 has been a great success, with Justin Faulkner earning the Gen 6 Cup Car Championship, while Curtis Young brought home the trophy for the Denton Fenders Truck Championship. For 2017, we are expanding to include our new Top Shelf Series. If you're a serious, clean, competitive racer looking for a league with serious, dedicated, respectful drivers who follow simple, strict rules with no favoritism, then apply today at Domino'sTYJRacing.com to see if you qualify for a personal invite to one of our broadcasted live tryout races starting Thursday, December 1st on All Pro Broadcasting. The few open seats in our 3 series will be filled soon. So apply today at Domino'sTYJRacing.com and we will see you on the track.
You're watching All Pro Broadcasting with
Freedom Train.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket train, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land unafraid, and the home of the brave. was unaware that flag is still there. It's our future to save, slander the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say just that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land and the free, and the home of the
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and look at determine if the caution could have been avoided.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, iRacing fans from around the world, welcome to the live broadcast of TNT Race 11. I am Scott Kolovic, your announcer for the evening. Joining me up in the booth is my good friend Joel Guy. How are we doing, Joel Guy?
Scott, I'm doing just great here at California, Autoclub Speedway. We're looking for some great racing today and fast running.
I tell you what, we will be running fast out here at Auto Club. Also joining us up in the booth is our race official for the night, Gary Bird. How are we doing, Gary?
Hey, Scott and Joel and fans out there. I'm doing good, bud. How about you?
Doing very well. Now, as I mentioned, you are our race official for the evening. Talk to us about your role up here as race official and how you're going to help tonight's race out.
What I'm going to be doing, guys, is I'm going to be watching the race, and if and when a caution does come out, what I will do is I will determine, I'll go back and look at the accident, see what happened, see what caused the wreck, and if that wreck could have been avoided by a driver, I'm going to EOL that driver, and he'll have to start at the end of the line when we go back green.
All right, copy that. But an end-of-the-line penalty, that's not the end of the world. And, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of racing incidences out here. But mainly, I think what we're all looking for out here is to make sure drivers take preventative measures. Last night in Atlanta, we saw a lot of drivers over-driving the vehicle up into the wall, spinning down, a couple of innocent drivers taken out. And that's the kind of stuff that we're looking out for tonight, Gary.
Yes, sir, exactly. And not all cautions, not all accidents are brought out because somebody could have done something to avoid it. Some of it's just hard racing, Scott. And so in a case like that, there will be no penalty. We also deal with a little deal called the internet connection. So, none of that stuff will be held against the drivers. Just if there was something they could have avoided, something they could have done differently to not bring that caution out.
Alrighty, copy that. Hopefully we won't be talking to you a whole lot, because if we are, that means there's a whole lot of cautions going on. Joel, tell me all about Auto Club, very briefly.
Very briefly, Auto Club was built in 1996, first raced in 1997, has 4 turns, banked at 14 degrees, front stretch banked at 11 degrees, back stretch is 3 degrees, and it's wide, super wide. You can go as much as 4 wide on the back stretch. There's a 2-foot clean soil surface right underneath the track, and under that is a polypropylene coating to keep impurities from the Kaiser steel mill from coming up out of the ground.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of good information right there. As we did mention, this is Auto Club. Now, next week, we are going back to good old faithful Charlotte. That's going to be a good one there. I mention that because there are only 4 races after tonight left in this 15-week series. These drivers out here are racing for points, and we're going to run over our point spread of the top 5 very briefly. Dustin Lee out in position 1 on points, 360 to Dustin Lee. Jack Watts very close, running on his heels with 344. Tristan Beats 343. Michael Jeans 335, and Jarrett Lipster sitting in 5th place in points with 330 points. But I tell you what, Dustin Lee out there, 360, 1 win already within the TNT series, possibly could bring her home for the entire season. What do you think, Joel?
Definitely they could. There again, they could have a bad night and they could lose a lot of points here tonight too.
Very possibly. Now, addition with Dustin Lee, he's brought some of his teammates with him. Mitchell Reeves, Matt Clifton, Damon Gilbert, Michael Jeans. Now, that is a name we hear out here a lot with Southeast Motorsports, but I tell you what, another name we talk about and will talk about a lot tonight is our sponsor, Jason Russo, Pro Automotive ASE certified technicians out of Dudley, Massachusetts. So a very big shout out to Pro Automotive. And I tell you that the weather tonight, Joel, it is a little bit cloudy overhead, but very dry night. Track temperature sits at 83 degrees, 0 wind. It is going to be a great night for racing this 2-mile speedway.
Definitely going to be a good night for racing this 2-mile speedway. The temperature of the track is good for grip. The temperature of the air is good to create horsepower. Not a lot of horsepower, but pretty good amount of horsepower. So we're going to see some good fast racing and some good hard racing tonight, I believe.
Big shout out before we go into our qualifying grid. Big shout out to our pans out there. We have got the painter out there, John Hedrick, over the Top Paints and Designs. We have got Noah out there. We're looking for our ladies out there. Hopefully they'll be on tonight joining us for a great show here at Auto Club. Taking up on our gridding, brought to you by Michael Angelo's Painting. Taking that number 1 position, we have Travis Browder running for Maximum Velocity Racing with a 40.115 leading out tonight's pack. Side by side with the number 67 of Damon Gilbert with a 40.124. Southeast Motorsports, Mitchell Reeves, the 02 tonight with a 40.201. James Lehman in the number 11 with a 40.230. And rounding out our top 5, the number 20 of Matt Clifton with a 40.240. Great times up there for the top 5. P6, Dustin Lee, the number 51. P7, Jarrett Lipster, 5th in points, 7th on the grid tonight. Number 4, Andrew Williams in the number 8. Chris Bowles with Maximum Velocity Racing, position 9. Position 10 belonging to the number 8 of Michael Jeans. And we expect a lot tonight out of Michael Jeans. Number 66, Edward Bray, position 11. PRN's number 60, Brian Rainville in position 12. The number 57, Hardy Mobile, driven by Wally Tierheimer, position 13, side by side with Tristan Beats in that KMA Flame with the purple numbering. I really like that design right there, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Watts, duplicate car, different numbers though. We have Jack Watts in position 15. Number 15, 16th position belonging to the number 15 of Jeff T. Martin. Vernon Markheim, position 17. Position 18 belonging to Greg McClendon. Scott Amy in the number 55 tonight, P19. And Jason Russo, our sponsor for the night, position 20. Raymond Rittenauer in the number 87, P21. Nick Reynolds in the number 54, P22. Also joining us in the rear of the field, we have Ryan Kuhn, Rusty Farrell, Ivan Garcia, Gary Whitmer Jr., Wesley Whitfield. A lot of great drivers out here tonight, Joel.
Absolutely, a lot of great drivers out here, and a lot of different teams out here running in groups. So we'll probably see some team driving tonight, where 3 or 4 team members get together and bunch up and try to control the pack.
All righty, real quick with our race official, tell us a little bit how you are expecting this race to start off, Gary.
You know what, guys? I really think with the trucks, especially, they're down on horsepower a little bit. They have a fantastic grip. I think we're going to see a fabulous race tonight, guys. I really don't anticipate very many cautions. I think we're going to see some green flag pit stops. I think the fans are in for a whale of a race.
All righty, copy that. I agree with you 100% right there. We've got Travis Browder out there in the front, side by side with Damon Gilbert. Pace car is in, getting ready to go on leader's discretion. Travis Browder up and out of that gate. Mitchell Reeves close in tow. Now, I'll tell you what, I really just don't expect to see a whole lot of 3 wide early on. But, you know, looking out there on this track, fans, you can actually fit 5 of these Toyota Tundras and these Silverados straight across this track. But 5 wide at 197 miles per hour, that is a sight to behold. Outside lane, being led by Damon Gilbert, not as quick on this start tonight. Trying to stay up there in that high groove, waiting for his chance to get past the number 11, driven by James Lehman. Good start so far, Joel.
Everybody's holding their cues and just getting a feel of their trucks and the way the track is rubbered up and just minding their business and taking it easy at the start.
Well, now, I tell you what, we were looking at Damon Gilbert right there. We're going to keep a close eye on Damon Gilbert. He actually appeared to be trying to give James Lehman in the number 11 push down the fat of that backstretch. Now, it's probably not a real good idea here. You know, this is not Talladega. It is a super speedway, of course, but this is not Talladega. And if you are going to push, you're not going to be pushing for real long till you come into that corner. And again, just like Talladega, got to be very careful out here. Right now out in front, Travis Browder doing a very good job. Expect a lot out of Travis tonight. What do you think there, Joel?
I see Travis at the front. He might not be there all the time at the start because he's a very safe driver, and he watches what he does to he makes sure he's there at the end to be in the lead pack to try to win.
Well, right now, the best thing I think that Travis and Mitchell and James and the 67 of Damon Gilbert, these 4 drivers are out there in front, have already pulled away from the number 25th position of Matt Clifton by an entire second here on lap 4. So I really think the best plan of attack for these front 4 drivers is to just stay single file. You don't want to be racing real hard. If you're in second place on lap 4, you know what? It's okay. Right now, Mitchell Reeves doing nothing at all to even insinuate that he is really going to race Travis real hard. If he does get it, as he did get it right there, you know, he's going to go on and pass. Travis Browder right now on lap 4 has got no issues right now. In fact, James Lehman getting the fair pass on Travis, as well as the number 67, Damon Gilbert. So I think you're right, Joel. Travis Browder just up there hanging out, not using up his equipment, not using up his tires. Right now, looking at Damon Gilbert, Damon Gilbert might seem to be acting like he's just in a little bit of a hurry, and that's going to cost him here in about 15 to 20 laps on tire wear.
Absolutely. Oh, this has never been resurfaced. This original surface, and it chews up tires like a cheese grater.
Now, right now, Damon Gilbert, big run, hitting into the rear end of James Lehman. I tell you what, I was hoping our race official might be looking at that, because on lap 5, I don't know, Joel, that might be considered aggressive driving right there. Plus, he is having an internet connection. We don't want any of that tonight. Right now, side-by-side racing up in front with Mitchell Reeves and James Lehman. Mitchell Reeves up to the outside lane, allowing the free pass of Mitchell Reeves. And here comes Damon Gilbert and Travis Browder and the number 51 of Dustin Lee. Now, Dustin Lee, he is our points leader in this 15-week point chase. A lot is expected out of Damon. Damon all over the rear end of Travis Browder in the number 18. No contact, but I tell you, they were tighter than a hair in a biscuit right there. Mitchell Reeves giving Damon Gilbert a very good push up to the front. Appears Damon Gilbert is going for the lead here as he bypasses the number 11 of James Lehman. Mitchell Reeves side by side. These drivers already wanting to go into a 3-wide position. Damon Gilbert taking the lead, but on that outside lane, James Lehman not going to give it up. Now, we do know that these drivers all are on the same radio channel, so we expect a lot of teamwork right here. But Mitchell Reeves, not a man to stand down right now. Very tight racing with the number 11 of James Lehman. Now, Joel, I just seen our leader drop it out down below that white line. What's going on with utilization of that apron tonight?
The apron is flat. The track is banked. So when you're on the track, you've got angle in the tires, and therefore you're losing speed because you're creating friction. On the flat surface of the tires are running flat, so you're making more speed.
Copy that. Good utilization of the track right there. I tell you what, Joel, these drivers out here looking like they know what they are doing, going to give us a great show. We have our leader, Damon Gilbert, going down into pit row. Mighty early to be taking a pit stop here on lap 9. But Damon Gilbert in pit road. We'll have to check in later on in time and see exactly what happened there. I'm a little confused by that. We do still have Mitchell Reeves, James Lehman, and Dustin Lee sitting out here in the front. Travis Browder hot on his tails, along with the number 8 of Michael Jeans, right now currently in 5th place. And we just got word on the track, due to real-life situations, Damon Gilbert, unfortunately, has had to take an early retirement. Tough break there for Damon Gilbert. We certainly hope everything is all right. Up in the front, Mitchell Reeves, James Lehman, Dustin Lee. 2 Southeast drivers and a friend up there, James Lehman, in association with other guys, but not exactly on the team. So right now, James Lehman has got to be very careful if he starts to trust the driver, because he does have a Southeast driver in front and the Southeast driver behind. So far, so good. We are on lap 10. Big shout out to our viewers out there looking at Noah Stevens and Becky Whitmer. Now, Becky Whitmer out here rooting on her son tonight, G. Whitmer. He is our replay sponsor, G. Whitmer with GW Graphics. I'm sure at some point in time we'll be seeing his work throughout the night. But right now we are green flag on lap 11.
Yeah, so far drivers here have been really easy going and not pushing the issue any. So they're driving smart. They're driving the racetrack. They're not trying to race each other yet. It's not time to race each other. It's time to just drive the track and make it to the last 10, 15 laps.
Well, I tell you what, these top 13 drivers, not a whole lot of action going on right now. They are just single file. As you said, it's not time to start racing real hard yet. Drifting on to the back of the field, though, taking a look at the number 77 of Jack Watts right now side by side with the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn. Now, Ryan Kuhn, not very familiar with Ryan, but I tell you what, we spoke to Ryan last night, took home second place here at Atlanta. Actually told me in the post-race interview, wasn't even planning on running it. I decided to last minute, and then he brought home a very solid second place position. Right now, Ryan Kuhn side by side with the number 77 of Jack Watts. battling out for position 12 and 13. Both of these drivers right now giving each other a very wide berth. At any given point in time, you could slide a Silverado or a Tundra right between them, and that is what's going to take to keep us caution-free out here. A lot of give and take. But now 2 spots up, taking a look at Jason Russo. Jason Russo in the number 14, starting to make a move, getting past his teammate, the number 211 of Tristan Beats. Coming up on Jarrett Lipster tonight in the number 99. Now we have 3 top-notch KMA drivers right here between Jarrett, Jason, and Tristan. Again, I think these drivers will be staying single file and just slowly, driver by driver, bit by bit, working their way up the track. But right now, Tristan Beats and Wally Tierheimer in the number 57, side by side with the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn, crawling up their tail. Very busy here right now with Wally Tierheimer, Ryan Kuhn, Jack Watts in the mix, as well as the number 15 of Jeff T. Martin. I tell you what, these right guys right now in 13th, 14th, 12th position, racing very hard, Joel.
Absolutely, they're racing very it's because they feel like the trucks are gripping the track good and they're not eating their tires up to race that hard, or if they're just trying to get closer to the front before the first pit stop to and then take it easy after the pit stop.
Big shout out to Wally Tierheimer's mom out here, dedicated viewer out here in All Pro Broadcasting Land. Wally looking very sharp in the Hardy truck. Big shout out, he's out here making me hungry, and he is indeed hungry for a win. In his rear view mirror, he has got the number 15 of Jeff T. Martin. Behind him, we've got the 77 of Jack Watts and Scott Amy wanting some of this action. But Wally Tierheimer up into the high lane, losing most of his momentum as the number 15 of Jeff T. Martin makes a safe pass down on the inside and back up in front of Wally Tierheimer. Position gain for Jeff T. Martin.
Yeah, they're racing clean tonight. Have not seen anybody scraping paint or really beating on each other in passing. Everybody's giving each other plenty of room to get by and not trying to block to keep them back behind them.
I tell you what, I am always keeping my eye and cameras on the drivers that are moving through the field. And one more time, here's the name of Ryan Kuhn. And I tell you what, Ryan Kuhn is a man on a mission. He is getting very hard racy-like with the number 66 of Edward Bray coming up onto the rear end of Jason Russo. He is a man on a mission. Makes a safe pass on Edward Bray. Edward Bray back on that throttle, trying to get back down onto the underneath of the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn. I think Ryan Kuhn may have possibly driven a little bit too hard there, tagged a little bit of rubber off those tires. Edward Bray right now getting passed by Jarrett Lipster. Edward Bray slight contact into the wall, going to cause a traffic jam out here on lap 17. Wally Tierheimer threading that needle up in front of Edward Bray. Fantastic move there by Wally Tierheimer, and we are 3 wide with Wally, Jarrett, Jack. Here comes Tristan up that middle, side by side with Scott Amy. 3 wide with Wally Tierheimer one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, that 3 wide is coming live here on lap 18. Talk to me all about it, Joel.
A little bit early to be going 3 wide, in my opinion. They did it fine, and the track's wide enough to do it without a problem, but I would not be doing it at lap 18.
I tell you what, though, it is fun to race. Can't imagine what it's like being down there behind these 2,500-pound Silverado and Toyota Tundras. Tristan Beats has got his hands full right now as the number 55 of Scott Amy. Really giving Tristan Beats a run tonight, but hot on the heels of Scott Amy once again is Wally Tierheimer. Wally Tierheimer currently in position 13, battling Scott and Tristan Beats for P11. Tristan Beats up on the outside, Scott Amy down to the inside. Wally Tierheimer taking it down to that inside lane, going to try to get a big run to come underneath 211 of Tristan Beats.
Wally's trying to come to the front slowly but surely, and trying to take care of his tires while he's doing it.
Well, you know, and that is the whole thing right there, Joel. These drivers are out here sitting on about a 65% fuel load. That's going to break down to right at about 28 to 32 laps. Now, we are on lap 20, so these drivers already here early on, they've got to be thinking about getting into pit row. Now, in pit row here at Auto Club, it's not a terribly big challenge, is it?
No, pit road at Auto Club is not a real big challenge. You got to run off going into pit road, but you do have to come down on the apron, coming on to 3, or either have clearance behind you so you can back it down and stay on the track. So it's not as quite as sharp a pit road as Atlanta is, but it is not as open as Daytona or Talladega either.
Copy that. Taking a look towards the back of the field with the number 14 of Nick Reynolds, racing along with Raymond Rittenauer and Vernon Margheim. Extremely tight nose-to-tail racing back here with the number 14 with the 54 of Nick Reynolds. Now, Nick Reynolds is another fine driver out here tonight, looking very sharp out in that pink Chevy Silverado. Hopefully trying to get himself his first win of the evening tonight at Auto Club. But he has got some very big challenging moves. Now right behind Nick Reynolds, we've got Raymond Rittenauer, last night's winner on a tire maneuver with 4 to go last night. Raymond Rittenauer decided to go into pit row underneath our last caution, came out in 8th with a new set of tires, and the top 7 did not take tires, did not go into pit row, and Raymond Rittenauer with fresh rubber on took the win last night. So Raymond Rittenauer is the man out here knowing how to utilize that tire wear. Raymond Rittenauer right now in a 3-wide position with Jarrett Lipster and Nick Reynolds, 3 wide here on lap 23.
Yeah, Raymond pulled the wool over everybody's eyes last night, going in, getting 4 tires and coming back out in 8th and finishing the race in winner's circle. And I'm sure he's got that chalked up in the back of his mind what he did, and you might see him try it again tonight.
Just may very well be so. Right now we do have the number 28 of Chris Voles going past the number 54 of Nick Reynolds, going to jump up a position into position 18. We've got slower traffic up high, slower traffic with the number 15 of Jeff T. Martin. Not quite sure what happened to Jeff T. Martin. This entire pack has decided to slow down a little bit. Tire grip definitely coming into play as we are watching the number 28 of Andrew Schultes starting to work his way up through that field tonight. Chris Voles in the number 28. My bad. They have identical cars out here. Both drivers running for maximum velocity. But right now, Wally Tierheimer side by side with Chris Voles.
Wally's still moving towards the front and taking care of them tires. We'll be seeing pit stops soon, and we'll see what they do on pit road.
Wally Tierheimer appears to be getting lined up, dropping his positions a little bit, wanting to avoid the mad rush into pit row. When you are going into pit row, you have got to be extremely careful. And I tell you what, these drivers right up here sitting along about position 15, doing a great job. Raymond Rittenauer coming up underneath Edward Bray. Drivers going into pit row, we do have green flag pit stops coming up with the number 15 of Jeff T. Martin. Dustin Lee going into pit row as well. Always good to see some green flag pitting. Keeping our eyes on Dustin Lee and the number 51 for green flag pit stops on lap 26. Unfortunately, it appears that Dustin Lee did actually pass his pit stall just a little bit. Doesn't seem to be able to get lined up in it, actually. Dustin Lee right now struggling in pit row in that number 51, taking right sides, getting ready to take left sides, I would assume. But having to go into reverse, that is going to cost him a little bit of time there, Joel.
Yeah, having to back up to get in your pit position so the crew can work on the truck, that does cost you time, and time on pit road costs you a lot of time on the track.
Taking a look at our race leader, our starter, number 18, Travis Browder, right now sitting in pit row. He's currently in position 4. Now, he was our pole sitter out here, our top qualifier. Led us out tonight on lap 1, right now in pit row on lap 4, opting to take all 4 tires. Clean and green pit stop there for Travis Browder in the number 18. Now, as they are pulling out of pit row, these drivers are mandated to stay below that white line before coming up onto that track, giving free and clear passage to our faster traffic out here tonight. Green flag pit stops for Travis Browder.
Definitely, they have to stay on the apron until they get to the back stretch on the straightaway. And going through that turn 1 and 2 on the apron can get tricky if you're trying to make speed to get around there, because you can lose it and cause yourself some trouble.
Copy that. Now, this has changed up our race leader's position. Right now, exiting pit row, we do have Jason Russo and Jack Watts right now in positions 1 and 2. But as the traffic that has not yet pitted does pass them, that will change. Jason Russo a little bit faster getting out of pit row. Caution is out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be very interesting to see what brought out this, actually not too early of a caution, but we always hate to see cautions. Looking at the number 20 of Matt Clifton. Matt Clifton going for a ride on lap 28. Now I'm taking a good look at this, Joel. This is where our race official is going to talk to us about what happens as soon as he figures it out. But Matt Clifton, rolling along, minding his own business, appeared just to hit a little bit of groove into that track and started spinning. Unfortunately, as he was spinning, the number 11 of James Lehman, really nowhere James Lehman could go. The truck was out of control by Matt Clifton, and James Lehman clipping onto the rear end, taking substantial amount of damage to the number 11 Silverado tonight. Matt Clifton regaining control, but a little bit too late. Going to have to go in and get one of those 2 backup Silverados or Tundras. Tonight's replay brought to you by GW Graphics.
Definitely, it looked like to me, Scott, that Matt Clifton just hit the paved strips, the asphalt tar strips that they filled the cracks with, and set up there on them with cold tires. They just went around with it.
You know, nothing you can do about that, but the unfortunate part about that is that another driver, I'm sure, did everything he could to avoid the contact. Nothing he could do. You know, so very tough break there, not only for Matt Clifton, but a tough break for the number 11 of James Lehman tonight. First caution of the evening, 7 lead changes in race 11 of 15. All righty, we're going to talk to our race official, and officially, Gary, tell us what you saw out there.
It looked like the 20 truck just come off pit road. Tires are probably cold, hadn't come up to temp yet. Just lost control coming off of that turn, and spun it out in front of another driver, so we're going to EOL the 20. He should have just took it a little more easier, so looks like it's going to be an EOL on the 20.
All righty, copy that. The law has been handed down. And, you know, I agree with that because, like I said, unfortunately, James Lehman got caught up into that. But you know what? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a race interview. And I tell you what, Michelle, this one here is for Michelle. You know he's coming. Big fan. Right here for you, Michelle. Talk to me, Travis Browder.
Hey, Scott, how are you?
Doing a very good time. Very good tonight. You guys are doing a great job out here. Lap 30, one caution. Talk to me about what it's like down there on the track at 189 miles an hour.
Well, Scott, I just pitted, so we got green flag pit stops. I'm so happy we get to see one. And hello, Michelle. Good to see you.
All righty. Now, we noticed that you took plenty of tires there. You all set up on fuel. You got 4 fresh tires. We're at lap 30 of 80. Now, are you going to try really hard to stay up in the front, or you're going to do what you did before. You're going to drop back a couple of positions and save those tires. Is it go time for you, Travis?
Well, Scott, we got to make one more pit stop, and we should be able to make it to the end. We'll see what happens. This caution will be our favor to make it at least one more stop. I did good on that last run to try to save those tires there, so tires is everything here at Auto Club.
Alrighty, copy that. We'll be keeping those cameras on you as long as you're up there in the top 5. Good luck to you, Travis.
Thank you, Scott.
Joining us in the booth at the moment right now, we have our sponsor for the evening. Big shout out to Jason Russo with Pro Automotive out of Dudley, Massachusetts. Talk to me, Jason.
It's been a pretty good night tonight so far. A lot of patience out here, and really good green flag pit stops, and see if we can't bring this home.
Alrighty, copy. It is always a great thing when the sponsor of the evening does win the race and bring her home. And I want to give you a big shout out twice-fold. I'm hearing that you are getting ready to sponsor up another exciting season of TNT Tuesdays, beginning on January 2nd. And I tell you what, Jason, it is a privilege to know you. It is a privilege to have you on my team. And where can we find out information about the ASE certified technicians at Pro Automotive?
You can check us out on Facebook at Pro Automotive MA/Facebook.com.
All right, copy that. And good race to you, Jason. Hope to see you up there on the podium.
Do our best. Thank you.
All righty, Joel. Pretty good so far for 30 laps. Tell me what you're thinking.
Definitely it's been good racing so far. We've had very few trucks get into the wall or get loose or cause any cautions. We've had some hard 3-wide racing. We've had some hard 2-wide racing. We've had some cautious racing. So it's been a good race so far.
Right now, we still do have all drivers on the track. Andrew Williams sitting in position 26, the number 4 truck tonight, going in on 1 to go to get a fresh set of tires. He will remain at the end of the field, but he is on that lead lap. Our top 5 on our first restart of the evening: Travis Browder, Jason Russo, Jeff T. Martin, Jack Watts, and Raymond Rittenauer. Chris Voles sitting in a very solid 6, along with Gary Whitmer sitting in position 7. Now all starts and restarts here are done on leader's choice. So once that pace car does go in, it is completely up to Travis. Now, Joe, how important are these restarts here at Auto Club? Do you really want to get on that loud pedal immediately? Do you want to go on green? Do you want to try to fly out the gate?
You want to try to get a jump on everybody, just like Travis has got a jump, getting off on the start now. Now he's dropped down onto the apron to get away from everybody out of their draft and try to pull a few car lengths away, and then goes back on the track to get the line he needs to go through 1 and 2.
Now it appears that Jason Russo may have had a little bit of trouble on that restart right there, as Jack Watts made an easy pass. We did hear through the whisper that Jason Russo did have a little bit of trouble on that start. Now up here in front, we've got Travis Browder, Jeff T. Martin, and Jack Watts in a vicious battle right now. Jack Watts and Jason Russo are men on a move, taking up to that outside lane. Going to give Travis Browder a little bit of help, trying to keep him up there in the front. But Jeff T. Martin, the number 15, utilizing every bit of this wide Auto Club track. But I tell you what, they better get on their mirrors, because here comes the number 99 of Jarrett Lipster, as well as the number 87 of Raymond Rittenauer, and they are 3 wide with the number 28 of Chris Boyles. Tell you what, these top 7, they are driving like they stole it tonight, Joel.
Definitely, they're driving like they stole it. Unfortunately, Travis Browder's got some damage from the little small incident of the problem with Jason Russo, and so he's dropping back right now, but next pit stop he'll get it fixed and he'll be back up front.
I tell you what, keeping a very close eye on the number 87 Raymond Rittenauer and Jarrett Lipster side by side, coming up hard on Jack Watts, and we have got underneath with the 0-2. These trucks are within just a shadow length of one another. 3 wide down the stretch. Mitchell Reeves, Jarrett Lipster, Raymond Rittenauer. Raymond Rittenauer trying to follow Jack Watts up to the front on the outside lane. But I tell you what, Travis Browder and Jeff T. Martin and Jason Russo up there in the top 3 doing everything they can to remain up there in the top 3 position. Raymond Rittenauer trying low, trying high, trying middle, but he is stuck onto the rear end of Jack Watts until just now. Jack Watts with a big move to the inside lane, making a safe pass on Travis Browder. Jack Watts moving up into 3rd place. Raymond Rittenauer doing everything he can to make Travis Browder the monkey in the middle. And I tell you what, these trucks are tighter than a hair in a biscuit tonight.
Definitely, they're tighter than the hair of the biscuit. Yeah, you probably couldn't have slid a piece of paper between Travis Browder and Raymond Rittenauer a while ago.
Now these front 4, they appears to have settled down a little bit, but keeping a camera on the number 8 of Michael Jeans racing very hard, still with Raymond Rittenauer and Ryan Kuhn and Jarrett Lipster. These are names that keep coming up over and over and over again. Ryan Kuhn, a newcomer to KMA Racing, but I tell you what, he is doing it to it, getting up to the rear end of the number 8 of Michael Jeans. Expect to see a whole lot out of Raymond Rittenauer tonight. A lot of pressure on Raymond as he is trying to push the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn down that backstretch. But he is looking in his rearview mirror at the number 99. These drivers racing very hard. We are on lap 38, 1 caution, 10 lead changes. And Joel, they are driving it like it is 10 to go.
Absolutely, like it's 10 to go, and this is a little bit early to be doing that. They're going to get some problems.
So far, caution is out, ladies and gentlemen. Problems have occurred here on lap 38. Going to take a look at the number 51 of Dustin Lee tonight. In trouble early here on lap number 38. Going to look at that on our All Pro Broadcasting replay, and Dustin Lee going for a very wild ride, coming off of turn 3, popping that front tire down on that apron, going for a wild ride, coming up into the number 5 of Gary Whitmer. Bad break for Gary Whitmer tonight, up there trying to mind his own business, and bad break for Gary Whitmer, as well as the number 211 of Tristan Beats. Tristan Beats hugging up on that wall. Nothing Tristan Beats could do about it. Closed his eyes, hung on for a ride. But unfortunate break for Tristan Beats and Gary Whitmer, as the number 51 of Dustin Lee taking a bite out of the apron book tonight on lap 38.
Definitely, that was a wild ride that took down pit road when he climbed up on the wall.
I tell you what, we hate to see it happen, but when it does happen, we love to see those All-Pro Broadcasting replays brought to you by GW Graphics. Right now is a good time for all these drivers to head into pit row, and it does appear that the majority of our field tonight is heading into pit row, being led by Jason Russo, Jeff T. Martin, Jack Watts, Travis Browder. All of these drivers going into pit row, but a couple have actually decided to stay out. Now, one of those drivers that has decided to stay out is the number 24 of Greg McClendon. Right now onto the rear end of our pace car, and if he chooses to stay out, that's going to put him in a very interesting spot, running out old tires against drivers with new tires. But I tell you what, right now, why don't we get Greg up here into the booth and ask him what is going on. How about it, Greg McClendon? Have you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All righty. Now I notice you have opted to stay out of pit row on this second caution of the evening. Talk to me about what your strategy is with that.
Well, at this point, I'm just thinking pure economy of the race. I think I'm going to make this a fuel run here pretty much. I think the cautions are going to probably come to a quick end here, so pretty quick I need to re-strategize my strategy, because we may go green from this point on, and I just want to make sure that we're in a good position to make a run towards the end there. Have I been the fastest truck out there tonight? Of course not. I'm just trying to make sure I stay out of everybody's way and bring in as good a finish as I can. I'm not racing for any points or anything like that. I want to leave that up to the guys who are out there racing for the points. But for the most part, I'm out here having fun and, just doing my thing out here.
All righty. Well, good luck to you tonight, and I hope that tire strategy does do you well tonight, Greg.
Thanks, Scott.
All righty. Greg McClendon taking a little bit of a tire strategy. That'll be interesting to see how that works out. Joining us in the booth right now, we do have our second place position, Raymond Rittenauer. How are we doing, Ray?
Oh, not bad. How are you?
Very good. Now, we were talking with Greg about tire strategy. Let you talk to me now about your tire strategy, because that is how you took it home last night.
I figured I'd try 2 here. It's still early. If it doesn't work, then I know it won't work later.
All right, but you do have fresh tires?
I have 2.
You have 2. All righty. Interesting situation right there. Anybody you want to give a big shout out tonight, Raymond?
Just everybody watching out KMA and you guys for the broadcast.
All righty. Good luck to you, Raymond.
You.
All right, Mr. Race Official, talk to me about what you're seeing out here.
It looks like what happened is the 55 apparently didn't realize the 20 would blow him, drifted down in the track and hit him, so we oiled the 55.
Copy that. And right now, we do actually have our race leader, Greg McClendon, opting to go into pit row. Joel, he has changed his mind. Talk to me about that.
That is a good move, I think, Scott. He's hitting pit road with at 42 laps in on 1 to go, so he'll get back out there with and get back into the back of the pack, but he'll have more fuel than anybody else, so if they can go the rest of the distance, he might make it.
All righty, copy that. That will put Jack Watts and Raymond Rittenauer side by side on this restart. Now, Jack Watts has not yet done a restart. Jack Watts is very familiar with how the restarts are done, but it'll be really interesting to see how Jack Watts and Jason Russo, 2 drivers here for KMA Racing, take off and work together.
Definitely they'll try to take off and get to work together, and we're coming around off of turn 3 and 4 now, so we're going to be going green here in just a minute. They're lined up 2 by 2 coming to the start, so it'll be leader start, and we'll see who gets to jump. Waiting for the pace car to go in. Pace car's off. They're creeping, and the leader is on. Raymond Whitner is taken off, and he's jumped out to about a 3 to 4 car length lead before the start finish line. Taking off down into 1 and 2 up high on the high side. Holding it on the high side, cutting it down all the way to the bottom, going through 1 and 2, coming out off of 2. Is he going to drift up into the wall? Yes, he drifts up towards the wall to go down the chute all the way towards turn 3 and 4.
I tell you what, these drivers right here on this second restart of the night, they are bumper to bumper, nose to tail. And all that hard work Raymond Rittenauer did out there to get out there in the front, well, right now it didn't quite work out for him. He was up there for about a lap, but that pack ran him down, running like a bat out of hell. We've got right now Jason Russo side by side with Ryan Kuhn, and Jason Russo getting a big push from Raymond Rittenauer, but Raymond Rittenauer wide right, losing a little bit of control right there, losing 3 positions due to that, and actually jacking up the number 77 of Jack Watts. Regaining control, and Raymond Rittenauer is going to be on his way back up to the front. Right now, up in the front, we do have Jason Russo and Ryan Kuhn. And here comes Travis Browder, currently sitting in position 3. Travis Browder, I am anticipating a very huge move from Travis Browder very soon. Doing a slight crossover. He was up, he was down, he's eyeing that 3 wide, he's back up. Travis Browder working every bit of this very wide track, but losing a little bit of momentum right there as the number 8 of Michael Jeans hot on his heels.
Travis is trying to get around all the front leaders, but they're keeping him tied back there because they're running side by side, and Travis is not going to go 3 wide until he got a lot more laps in.
Now I tell you what, right now Travis Browder is almost in a double duty position. He's trying to catch the leaders, but he's also trying to hold off the number 8 of Michael Jeans. Travis Browder right now just about 3 wide, more side by side by the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn. A great racing up here with Jason Russo, Ryan Kuhn, Travis Browder, and Michael Jeans. Top 4 drivers. But right now, looking at the line these drivers are running, Joel, Jason Russo more up on the wall than down onto the inside. Travis Browder choosing to stay more so. He's a low line man here at Auto Club. How important is the high line compared to the low line?
Well, the high line, you keep your RPMs up, you keep your torque going, and you can pull through the corners with a higher speed. However, on the low line, you can drive in deeper and make more speed going around the corner and drift up a little bit and take it down. It's a shorter way around. So it depends on who's got the best handling vehicle and the best tires as who's going to come off the corner in front.
Well, I tell you what, iRacing fans, we are going to talk about some tire wear and how it's going to affect your times. Right now, looking at Jason Russo, he's our race leader. He's pulling down times of a 40.655. Ryan Kuhn pulling down times of a 40.869. And Travis Browder pulling down times of 40.761. So these top 3 drivers, they are just within a hair's breadth of one another. Right now, pound for pound, very equal out here on the track. Michael Jeans in 4th position. Right now, another caution, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to back that up and find that on our All-Pro Broadcasting replay. We are looking at the number 4 of Andrew Williams off track, appearing that he had made contact with the number 33 of Vernon Margheim. But we're going to get this all straightened out because I believe the trouble may have started with the number 99 of Jarrett Lipster and the number 54 of Nick Reynolds. But we're going to get some camera angles for you, ladies and gentlemen, and figure out exactly what went wrong here on lap 48. Replay brought to you by GW Graphics. Now I'm looking at this, Joel, and I'm following the number 99 of Jarrett Lipster around this track, and he appears to have gotten his front tire down below that white line, got a little bit cockeyed, and ended up getting into, it appears, the, can't catch a number on that truck right now. Joel, help me out.
The 54, but he didn't get into him. He got close to him. The trucks that got together was 33 trying to avoid the 99, got into 75, and then 33 pulled back down off the 75 and got run into by the back of by 4, and then Jarrett's turning sideways again, and now they're the 33's the one that's sliding sideways, and Jarrett sliding into the wall.
Well, I tell you what, that one there involved several drivers, a lot of work for our race official. Talk to me, race official. What happened out there with the number 99 tonight?
Scott, what it looked like happened is the 99 just got a little bit too low, got that right or left front tire below that apron, and it just got him sideways and front of the 54, the 75, the 33, and those guys had nowhere to go, so we owe all the 99.
Copy that. No, I tell you what, though, these guys out here tonight, overall, they are just doing a very tremendous job. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a quick commercial break while we have opportunity. We're underneath our third caution of the evening, 16 lead changes on lap 50, and we will be right back with you with Green Flag Racing coming to you.
One day you'll make a sound, they'll come from miles around, just to be near you, 'cause you're making troubles go away. And when you hear that sound from the excited crowd, you won't want to come down, 'cause it makes troubles go away. Yeah. Oh my, my, my. I was so lost till now, didn't know I was in doubt. To meet the others, my brothers, hear me today.
You're watching All Pro Broadcasting with
Freedom Train.
are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are on lap 53. Big shout out to our sponsors out there, Pro Automotive, great looking pad commercial, brought to you by Over the Top Paints and Designs. We are on lap 54. Michael Jeans up in position 1, working alongside with Travis Browder. Drivers right now staying in good line up in the front, but in their rear view mirrors, we have got Ryan Kuhn in the number 72 side by side with James Lehman, battling very hard for third and fourth spot, watching positions 1 and 2 make a slight swap. You know, right now, Travis Browder, Michael Jeans, they just really need to work together. It is lap 54. They have still got 26 laps to get her done. I think their primary focus right now, Joel, would be working together and holding off the pack being led by James Lehman and Ryan Kuhn and Matt Clifton.
Absolutely. One behind each other and
Caution is out.
try to get away.
Caution is out. We're going to back up those cameras and figure out what has brought out our fourth caution of the evening. We're looking at the number 54 of Nick Reynolds off track. Don't see any other involvement with Nick Reynolds. We're going to back up those cameras a little bit further. Does appear that Nick Reynolds of the number 54, no contact with any other vehicles, came down around the corner and evidently just went for a ride by himself. Now, as that did happen, there was slight contact with the number 28 being driven by Chris Voles, near miss by the number 51 of Dustin Lee. The number 54 of Nick Reynolds doing everything he could to control that Silverado, getting it off track, being safe. But ultimately, what has triggered that caution was Nick Reynolds in the number 54 coming around the corner, popping that left front tire down onto that apron and going for a ride. But you got to say, Joel, what great control there by Nick Reynolds.
Absolutely, Nick was controlled that truck very well. He recovered from it and never really spun it out. He just got down off the track. That white paint on that apron, if you get your tires sitting on top of that stuff, you're going for a ride if you're turning, because it'll tighten your truck up and make the tail end loose and send you around.
Well, fortunately, there was very minor damage there on Chris Voles, but he might want to go in and have his mechanics take a look at it. Gary, what are your thoughts on that incident?
All right, Scott, what we determined up here was that it was almost a self-spin. There was slight contact with another truck, very, very little. No penalty was handed out. I told the guys just keep racing.
All righty, copy that. We've got what we call penalized driving, and then we got racing. And you know what? These guys, boys are going to be boys. We're going to let these boys race. And right now, these boys doing a very great job out here tonight. Unfortunately, this is our fourth caution on 57 laps, but still not a bad night at all. We're going to talk to one of our favorite drivers out here representing Southeast Motorsports. Joining us up in the booth is Michael Jeans in the number 8 tonight. How are you doing, Michael?
Well, I was wondering if I was going to get to talk to you tonight. It's a pretty tough crowd out here.
It is, and oftentimes you and the boys are out there leading the conversations underneath these cautions, but right now you're kind of up here by yourself. Now, what is going on with that?
Yeah, I kind of feel like the Lone Ranger here. I don't know. It wasn't but a lap and a half or 2 laps. It wasn't a long run. So, I don't know. I'm going to try it. I probably tried it at the wrong time, but I figure I'd stay out. Tire wear is not horrible, but there is a little.
Alrighty. Now, what about fuel, though? Are you going to have enough fuel?
Oh, yeah. On that, I stopped on the caution before this, and I'm good to go on fuel now. So, just going to try to stay up here, stay out of trouble. I may not finish first, but I think I'll get a good top 10 out of it.
Alrighty, copy that, and good luck to you. Now, anybody you want to give a big shout out to?
Of course, all my teammates here at Southeast Motorsports. Working together with them is a lot of fun. You, Scott, KMA Racing, we race with you almost every night of the week. We appreciate the rooms have good racing here. All Pro Broadcasting, John Hendrick over the top paints for these awesome paints that he does for us.
All righty, copy that. Appreciate your vocal kindness, and good luck to you and the boys over at Southeast Motorsports.
Thank you, sir. I forgot Pro Automotive, Jason Russo.
All righty, copy that. Pro Automotive, Jason Russo. Joining us in the booth at the current moment is Matt Clifton in the number 2 position, driving the number 20 tonight. How about it, Matt? What is on your mind with 22 to go?
I wanted to go green the rest of the way. It took me 50 laps to figure out how to get around this track. So, and then a few cautions back, I took 2 tires to gain some track position because I wrecked somehow. And now I just needed to go green.
All righty, now you had mentioned tire wear. Are you on good tires now, new tires, old tires?
I took 4 the previous caution, and this caution I went in and took 2.
Alrighty, so I think you may possibly have better tires on than your partner up there, Michael Jeans. Now, are you guys going to just try to work together and hang out, or are you going to get up there and challenge? Or are you going to do a little bit of a blocking situation there?
I'm going to try to get out front. I think clean air is good too. But the truck, for me, seemed to work better with 2 tires. So that's kind of what I stuck with. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how much slower he's going to be with no tires. Then we got 2 tires and 4 tires. So I really don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm going all out this time.
All righty, Matt Clifton in the number 20 going all out on lap 59. Good luck to you, Matt.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, I tell you what, Joel, he's going to have some very stiff competition tonight. Wally Tierheimer going to be restarting on the inside lane in position 4, along with the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn. We have mentioned Ryan Kuhn several times tonight. Let's not forget about Travis Browder restarting in position 5, and Jason Russo side by side with Tebow right now in position 6. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at about 20 to go. It is time to tell us about what's on your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, type up in that broadcasting chat who you're putting your money on tonight in race 11 of 15 here at TNT Pro Automotive TNT Tuesday.
Okay, they're coming off with 3 and 4 with the pace car fixing to get off. Pace car's off. Holding. Michael Jeans is on the hard pedal trying to get out in front. Matt Clifton's pulling in behind him. They're back up in the middle of the track, nose to tail. 72 of Ryan Kuhn is trying to get around Matt Clifton.
I tell you what, we are keeping these eyes on the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn. Very young, much younger driver than a lot of these veterans out here. But he has been a man on a mission all night. Right now he is in position 3, opting to stay up onto that outside line, down onto that inside lane, going to try to follow Matt Clifton around on the inside, getting the advantage on the number 8 of Michael Jeans. But hot on his heels is the number 18, Travis Browder. I tell you what, Ryan Kuhn right there flirting with that apron, as is Travis Browder. Drastic move right there. Travis Browder down low, back up high. And he better watch out on his left side inside mirror, because here comes the number 4 of Andrew Williams. Right now, racing getting very dicey with 19 laps to go. 3 wide down the backstretch with Jason Russo and Andrew Williams and Wally Tierheimer. 3 wide for position 7. Jason Russo having to back her down a little bit. Good decision making there by Jason Russo.
Definitely a good decision on Jason Russo's part, but right now it's getting close to be time to go. So now's when your crew chief is hollering to you on the radio, bring back the steering wheel or the trophy, one or the other. And so they're going to get down to business now.
Right now, Jason Russo doing a very great job. Right in position 5, has gotten around the number 4 of Andrew Williams and the 57 of Wally Tierheimer. Right now he does have Michael Jeans in his sights. He is just about 0.04 of a second off of our race leader, Matt Clifton. But the hot action right now belonging to Ryan Kuhn and Travis Browder, battling very hard down there utilizing every bit of this wide Auto Club track. Travis Browder looking to be doing just a little bit of blocking on the lane of the 72. But you know what? That is what you got to do. Boys are going to be boys. There's no law against blocking as long as it is done cleanly. And that is exactly what Travis Browder is doing. So I wouldn't even call it blocking, Joel. I would call it protecting your position. And right now on lap 63, Travis Browder very wisely and strongly protecting his position against the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn. But right now, they are gaining on Matt Clifton. Matt Clifton might be a sitting duck.
Definitely, Matt Clifton could be a sitting duck because they're gaining on him quick. Of course, Matt Clifton's got the same ability to do the Travis Browder and Ryan Kuhn, the same thing that Travis Browder was doing to Ryan Kuhn. He can take the line away by taking that line himself and slowing them down.
Now, Travis Browder actually is running faster lap times than our race leader, Matt Clifton. Matt Clifton with a 40.770. Travis Browder with a 40.657. Jason Russo with a 40.601. So right now, Jason Russo actually running faster laps. But, you know, it's a matter of consistency at this point in time. And right now, Matt Clifton, Travis Browder being extremely consistent, holding down a very solid 1-2. Ryan Kuhn in third. Jason Russo just over a half a second back of our race leader, sitting in a very solid P4. But we are down to 15 laps. It is what we call go time.
Yes, it's getting there. At 10 laps is when I'd say it's go time at a 2-mile track. That gives you 20 miles to make you play and get to the front. And if you can't get there in 20 miles, something wrong with your truck.
Copy that. Right now, Travis Browder doing everything he can to try to make the pass on Matt Clifton. Or is Travis Browder just sitting there and just waiting and waiting and waiting? Because I'll tell you what, last night, just a reminder, late caution brought out drivers that did pit, drivers that did not pit. So hopefully we will see this continue on for green flag racing. But tire wear and tire management extremely critical here at California.
Definitely tire wear's extremely critical at California, and I think Travis Browder was pretty much just riding back there and waiting for Matt Clifton to start wearing on his tires.
Caution
now
is
he's
out.
going around beside him.
Caution is out, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we did not want to see, was a late caution here at Auto Club. We're going to back up our cameras, take a look at that. We are looking at Chris Voiles high in the air. What a flip by Chris Voiles. Taking a look at that on our All-Pro Broadcasting replay, you're going to see exactly what went wrong. And what we are looking at, ladies and gentlemen, we were 3 wide with Chris Voiles, Tristan Beats, and the 51 of Dustin Lee. Now, the replay is showing the number 51 of Dustin Lee in a 3-wide position with Tristan Beats. And I'm looking at the number 51 of Dustin Lee sliding up into the 211 of Tristan Beats. That's what I'm seeing, but we're going to definitely have our race official look at that one. Dustin Lee, Tristan Beats, Chris Voiles caught up into a late 5th caution of the evening here at Auto Club. Chris Voiles going for a ride all over the rooftop. Unfortunately, Chris Voiles will be retired for the evening. That will bring out our 5th caution of the evening. And I tell you what, you know, you hate to see that happen. We had Travis Browder, Matt Clifton up there looking very strong, but this is going to change everything. Drivers are going to be going in for last-minute tires, and like last night, the rules have changed. Now, our race leader right now, Matt Clifton and Travis Browder, they are going into pit row along with the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn, Jason Russo, Andrew Williams, Michael Jeans, Nick Reynolds, Rusty Farrell. I tell you what, everybody is going into pit row. They know what's coming. We're going to be looking at about an 8-lap shootout Tires, just like last night, tires are going to be extremely critical here in these final laps. Right now, when these drivers are going to pit row, I would strongly suggest taking 4 and not 2. It's only going to cost you maybe 1 or 2 spots, but 4 is always better than 2. As these drivers are pulling out of pit row, that is going to put Matt Clifton on a restart in position 2, I believe, and Jeff T. Martin possibly taking the pole on the restart. Alrighty, how about our race official Gary Burt? What did you see going on out there between Dustin Lee and Tristan Beats?
Scott, what we decided up here in the booth was the 51. He got just a little bit loose and was moving up the track. At the same time, the 211 was coming down the track, and they pretty much met in the middle. We called it a racing incident. No harm, no foul, no penalties.
Alrighty, copy that, Gary. Very good call there. I agree 100%. Reminds me of a movie I once saw, Time Cop. You might have been seeing that movie. But Jean-Claude Van Damme said in that movie, 2 objects cannot occupy the same space and time. And right there, that is exactly what we saw, Gary. 2 objects trying to occupy the same space and time, and that's just not going to work.
No, sir. Nope, never does.
All right. Now, I'll tell you what, Joel, we are heading for about a 10-lap shootout here. What would be on your mind? Take us down into the mind of a driver, Joel. 9-lap shootout. Got fresh tires, hold position, fall back. What are you doing here?
Well, 9-lap shootout. You know the tires are not going to hold up for 9 laps at full speed trying to hold out. So the question is, do you go hard to start with, or do you kind of lay back a little bit and let the tires and let the ones up front burn theirs up, and then you blow by them? It's a 50-50 shot. One way you make it, one way you don't. So it's in the driver's hands to decide which way he wants to go. Now, I do know that Jason Russo and Travis Browder have 4 tires. Hopefully they didn't get no fuel. That'll make trucks a little bit lighter to be a little bit faster. So if they didn't top off the fuel tanks, they stayed with the amount of fuel they had, they should be good to go to get some good speed.
All right, great information right there. Now, something you didn't mention, though, is the nerves, the pressure, the heat the driver is feeling right now. You know, sitting here behind these Silverados and Toyota Tundras, we are an hour and 15 minutes into tonight's race, and fatigue is sitting in. Another concern right now that I have, well, we've got new leaders up here. We've got an entire brand new top 3 position. Jeff T. Martin out there restarting on this 4th restart of the evening. Very familiar with being up there in the front. Greg McClendon and Vernon Markheim, I'm not quite so sure if they're very familiar. May not be very comfortable up there. We have not seen them there. Either driver up here in a top 3 restart all night. So this will be a first for them tonight. On their heels, we have got Matt Clifton, Travis Browder, Ryan Kuhn. And these 3 drivers, they have been fighting a dogfight tonight, been fighting a very great fight, especially Ryan Kuhn. I expect 100% that I'm going to see Ryan Kuhn make a mad dash for that front. And I think this battle, I am putting my bets right now, Joel, on Ryan Kuhn, Travis Browder, or possibly Matt Clifton. Ladies and gentlemen out there in All Pro Broadcasting Land, I want to hear from you. I want you to call out who you think is going to bring home race 11 of 15 tonight here at Auto Club. Joel, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'll go with 3 that you pulled out, Scott, being the ones to look at, but I'll also add Jason Russo to that group. I think he's got a good chance of it too, because like I said, he's got 4 fresh tires and he can move.
I tell you what, either way it goes, I guarantee you this is going to be one hell of a ride for these remaining 8 laps. These drivers are getting ready to take 72 of 80. This is going to be a dogfight, but one thing I really want to see tonight, I want to see this race end under green flag circumstances. Pace car is in. Jeff T. Martin, early start, contact between the number 24 of Greg McClendon and the number 20 of Matt Clifton. as Matt Clifton a little faster on that start than Greg McClendon. With that inside lane right now being led by Vernon Markheim and Travis Browder and Ryan Kuhn, keeping our cameras very close onto our top 4 drivers right now. Jeff T. Martin up onto that outer lane out there in front, but is he safe? We have got 8 laps to go. We are on lap 72. Inside lane right now being led by Jeff T. Martin, but the pack being led by Vernon Markheim, Travis Browder. We got contact with Jason Russo. Ladies and gentlemen, backing those cameras up to Jason Russo. Unfortunate break for Jason Russo. We're going to take a very close eye on that unexpected caution, appearing that the number 4 being driven tonight by Andrew Williams. I'll tell you what, so, I don't know, Joel. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking the number 4 of Andrew Williams may have drifted up into the number 14 of Jason Russo. Unexpected late caution here on lap 72.
I'm looking at it from the overhead view from the chopper, and the number 4 did drift up and get into Jason Russo's line of track.
Well, I tell you what, Joel, unexpected break right there. That is going to change the playing field. We were just talking about Jason Russo and as a late race contender, but as we're watching the number 4, drifting up, we'll have to see what our race official says about that. We had mentioned earlier we've got racing deals, we've got over aggressive, but that was actually on more of a flatter side of the track. So it'll be very interesting to see what our race official has to say about that. A lot of drivers tonight taken out by this very late caution. Alrighty, Gary Bird, our official for the night. Wow, keeping you busy out here on lap 72. What are you thinking?
Okay, Scott. What happened there after looking at the replay? It looked like the 4 drifted up about a half a lane into the 14, so we EOL'd the number 4 truck.
Alrighty, copy that. That is a call I would definitely have to agree with. We're going to have just enough time to get a couple of more drivers' interviews in here. Joining me in the booth is Jeff T. Martin, driving the number 15 tonight. How about it, Jeff? You got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alrighty. I'm not sure if you were a happy camper about that late caution or not. Pretty much stuck you in the same restart position as you were just a couple of laps ago. So what is on your mind here, looking at about a 4-lap shootout?
I've got 10 more laps on my right side tires than the other guys behind me.
All right, so short and right to the point, but what you're saying, you're good to go.
No, I don't know. I've got more laps on my right sides than Vernon and Travis and them have, so they might be able to catch me. I have to get them on the restart. That's the only way I'm going to beat them.
All righty. Anybody you want to give a big shout out to before we go back into green flag racing?
Oh, yeah. All you guys for doing the broadcast and all pro broadcasting and over the top paints for this awesome paint job. All pro racing. Southeast Motorsports, everybody.
All righty. Copy that. And good luck to you, Jeff T. Martin. Hang on for the ride because it's going to be a hell of a 4 laps, brother.
Sure is. Appreciate it, Scott.
Joining us in the booth right now, we have got Vernon Markheim, going to be restarting off in position 2. What's on your mind, Vernon?
How in the heck am I going to get around Jeff T. Martin? That's what's on my mind.
All right, well, we were just talking to him, and, he's on a tire strategy right now. How are you set up for tires?
Well, I know he didn't take any on that last caution. I'm on 2. The guy behind me is on 4. I got the outside. I got the disadvantage on the restart, but we'll see what happens. The Trump Chevrolet tonight is running pretty good. I've been hanging out in the back, kind of saving it, and then here I am.
All righty. Well, good luck to you. Anybody you want to give a big shout out to?
I want to just say thanks for everybody watching tonight. Also, you, Scott, for helping out, announcing, and everybody here. Thanks for racing with us tonight.
All righty. Copy that. Good luck to you, Vern.
10-4.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we do go back to green flag racing, I want to give a couple quick shout-outs here. Quick shout-out to All Pro Broadcasting booking dates for the 2017 schedule. You better get them before I fill them up. All Pro Broadcasting, busiest man out there in iRacing. Big shout out to Over the Top Paints and Designs. Big shout out for all the viewers out there and our sponsors. A couple of big events that we are lining up for coming to you this weekend. We have got the 3rd annual Turkey Dega. Ladies and gentlemen, do not be a turkey and miss that race. It will be 113 laps, tally trucks. That one there will be live broadcast by All Pro Broadcasting. But the one that we are waiting for, coming to you December 23rd, the 3rd annual Santa Dega. And I tell you what, folks, our painter, John Hedrick, I think last Christmas he must have put out 40, 50, 60 different Santa trucks. So this Christmas, that is going to be our Christmas present, and our Christmas present to you, we're going to see Grinch trucks. We're going to be Santa trucks. We're going to have reindeer trucks. It is going to be an exciting night, December 23rd, with KMA's 3rd annual Santa Day. Also, keep an eye out for all the leagues out there working with All Pro Broadcasting. If you like what you're seeing and you see what you like, hit that big thumbs up. Check them out on All Pro Broadcasting Network. Check out padd.org, Over the Top Paints and Designs, Pro Automotive, Richie B's Pizza, and of course, KMA Racing. Alrighty, we're going to get this done tonight, hopefully under green flag racing. Jeff Martin up in front, side by side with Vernon Margheim, Travis Broder P3, Matt Clifton P4, Ryan Kuhn sitting in P5. Cameras glued to our top 3.
Pace car's about to pull off the track. We're fixing to go back racing. Pace car's off. And Jeff T. Martin tried to get off to a big jump, but Vernon Marheim stayed beside him, so he did not gain any position. They're headed down in side by side going in turn 1 and 2.
Now we saw Travis Browder ducking down below that white line, trying to get a little bit of momentum. Didn't quite work. But right now, as he is back up into that inside groove, getting the pass on Vernon. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this might come down to Travis Browder and Jeff T. Martin. But last night, we got to remember right now, Travis Browder, great driver he is. He had a late misfortune with 3 to go. Caution is out. Ladies and gentlemen, that may seal the deal. We're going to have to check with our officials. This race may very well end under caution. We are looking at Jason Russo looking like he is up on 2 wheels, coming into contact with Andrew and Wally Tierheimer onto the front end of that. I tell you what, a lot of action. We're looking at Jason Russo all over the rear end of the 57 of Wally Tierheimer, but appears that the number 21, the 21 being driven by Ivan Garcia, unfortunately wrapped up into that late incident as well. Backing our cameras up, and we're going to get this all figured out. Had a lot of net code right there on Andrew Schulte, and I tell you what, we were hoping not to see any net code on Andrew Schulte, but that does happen here. Nothing we can do about that. Going to keep our race official on his toes as he takes a very close look at the action with Jason Russo, Wally Tierheimer, and the number 21 of Ivan Garcia. And I tell you what, Jason Russo did everything he could to regain control, unfortunately drifting up into the number 4. Actually, never even touched the number 4. The number 4 of Andrew just spinning by himself. That is amazing, Joel. They must have had at least 2 trucks separation, and that number 4 of Andrew Williams just going for a ride by himself. That is amazing.
Yes, it is amazing, but unfortunately, that gremlin we have called netcode, he'll get you when you least expect it. Just jump out there and bite you.
Tough break for a lot of these drivers out here, but up here in the front, there's a few drivers might be pretty happy for this very late caution now. Our race official, Gary Burley, you ready to talk to us yet?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, very confusing situation right there. First and foremost, will this end tonight's race?
Yes, sir, it will. They will finish this under caution, unfortunately. What happened there, Scott, was the The 14 and the truck in front of him were drafting really, really hard, trying to get a good run. And the 14 just was not cleared the 23 and came down on the 23. So it would be a EOL on the 14.
Alrighty, copy that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get these drivers up here in for post-race interviews. They got about a half a lap to finish up. Joel Guy, what are your thoughts on tonight before we get to those driver interviews?
The race tonight has been good. Unfortunately, here at the end, we did have a caution that caused us to finish under yellow. That happens. That's the name of the game. It's called racing. And these guys are racing hard. They're wanting to win. They've got a desire to win. So they're going to race hard when it comes down to 8 or 10 laps. So you can expect to get incidents happen in the later part of the race in some races. It's unfortunate it does, but it makes it good for the racing.
Copy that. We have had 7 cautions, 21 lead changes. That's a whole lot of lead changes up there. And, different drivers up there tonight. We've got Travis Browder up there finishing off a very solid P2. Vernon Margheim, top 3 position. Not used to seeing Vernon up here. Tonight, Vernon drove his wheels off. But the man of the night, Jeff T. Martin, winning race 11 of 15. Going to boost him up for points. It's a very good job, too. Jeff T. Martin. Going to get into some quick drivers' interviews before we shut her down for the night. Joining us up in the booth is our P3 finisher tonight, Vernon Margheim, in the number 33. Great job, Vernon.
Thank you.
Now, talk to us about the last few laps, what was on your mind. I know we had just recently talked to you, but when that final caution came out, did you breathe a sigh of relief, or were you like, well, darn, I was on my way to a win?
I knew I wasn't on my way to a win. I know how Jeff starts. I've raced with him many, many times. He always goes on the pace car. So I took advantage of that. I held that high line, and I just knew if I can hold it and there was going to be a caution, I could place in the top 3. I truly believe Jeff and I stole the 2 out of the top 3 spots tonight from Matt and Ryan and all those other guys. So I feel pretty blessed that we're up here.
All righty, well, congratulations to you, number 33, Vernon Margheim. You did a hell of a job tonight. Congratulations, brother.
10-4. Thank you, Scott.
Joining us next in the booth will be Travis Browder.
Travis, how was your race tonight?
Hey, Joe. It was good. Green flag pit stops was good. I was really good on the long runs. I was hoping for some long green flag runs, and it would have been my chance.
How much damage did you get when you and 14 got together?
His wheel got loose. Not a big deal. I had a little bit of right front damage. I didn't have any straightaway speed at all, so the caution worked out in my favor, and I had to use my fast repair. And then everything else was fine, so I had to use the reset.
Good deal. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
You guys for the broadcast, Michelle, Becky, hello to you two again. I got second for you two. It was a lot of fun tonight. Michael D'Amico for All Pro Broadcasting, Jason Ruscio for the sponsor of the series, Richie B's Pizza.
All right, well, congratulations on second place and after party.
All righty, thank you, Joe. You guys have a good one.
All righty, but the man of the hour is the number 15 of Jeff T. Martin, bringing her home in race 11 of 15 here at Auto Club. Jeff, talk to me.
What's going on, Scott?
I know you're happier than a, fat man in a donut shop. Tell us how you got up there and took her home tonight at Auto Club.
Well, everybody pitted with that after that caution where we had about 3 laps on our tires, so I stayed out, and it worked out because I got the restart, and then a couple cautions come out after that. It worked out into my favor, so I made the right choice. That's all I can say.
All righty, very good decision making out here for you tonight. Must be a member of People Against Distracted Driving. Always glad to see drivers out here making very good decisions. Anybody that you want to give one more shout out to?
Yeah, y'all for doing the broadcast, and D'Amico, All Pro Broadcasting, All Pro Racing, KMA, Southeast Motorsports, ABA, there's just so many people over the top paints. He does a good job. He put my Freedom Train paint job here, which Freedom Train is a friend of mine that has a band that's going to be really big. So make sure the music y'all play during the broadcast is their music. And just Southeast Motorsports and all the fans that watch us, it's exciting, and we enjoy doing it.
All righty, well, one more time, big hats off for you winning race 11. A great job to Jeff T. Martin tonight at Auto Club.
Appreciate it.
All righty, I tell you what, Gary, real quick, overall, officially, from an official point of view, how'd these guys do?
Scott, they did a pretty good job tonight. I wouldn't give them an A or an A+. We've had a couple too many cautions, I think, that could have been avoided, although most of them were just really, hard racing, breaking loose, taking somebody out, stuff that just happens when you're racing. These guys are going as fast as these trucks would go, especially towards the end there. It was one of those deals where a lot of trucks thought they had a shot at it, and you and I as drivers as well, when you think you got a shot at it, you're going to put the hammer down, go as hard as you can. So A for effort. Cautions will give them about a C+.
All right, copy that. Drivers out here tonight getting a grade. Appreciate all you do up here for us, Gary. Joel Guy, big shout out to you. As always, a pleasure, Joel.
Thank you, Scott, for allowing me to be in the booth with you and give you technical commentary and knowledge of the track.
All righty, and such great knowledge you do bring to the track. Not only do you get a great race, you get educated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, final shout out to our painter out there over the top, our broadcaster, Michael D'Amico on cameras. Make sure you are checking out PADV.org. Check out Pro Automotive out of Dudley, Massachusetts, our sponsor for the TNT Series. We've got 4 to go. Next week, we are rocking Charlotte. That'll be a great race right there, coming to you live Tuesday night, 8 Central. Same bat time, same bat cave. I am Scott, he is Joe, he is Gary, and we've got Mike on the cams, and we are out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
They don't do it for the money, they do it for the country. It's not about the fame. They do it for the USA. Because the only easy day was yesterday. Come on! They don't do it for the money, they do it for the country. It's not about the fame, they do it for the